Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an episode of Cork in the North podcast with myself, Andrew. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thursday, 6 o'clock is when this gets released, and we do appreciate everyone's support, continuous support and development as we go through a period of change. Joining me this week on the
period of change?
I'm just saying stuff that I hear that
Did you hear other people say
when there's a scandal.
In these unprecedented times.
Yes.
Okay.
Joining me this week on the podcast is Jordan Arnold, a
Hello.
radio presenter. Hello, Jordan.
I still can't call you your last name that now.
Because you got married recently, Jordan.
Recently, 4 months ago.
What was your previous name?
Humphreys.
Jordan
Still Humphreys to me.
Okay.
Always will be.
And we have
Right.
I refuse this marriage.
somebody's holding a grudge.
Should have been me, God.
Should have been Butler. Should have been Butler.
So Jordan Humphreys, a radio presenter, a friend of Aaron's, and already into an uncomfortable position. Aaron,
Introduce me, Andrew. Introduce me.
The man, the myth, the man that has just come back from the Amalfi Coast, posing some ridiculous pictures on his Instagram while he was away.
Yep.
Sending me voice notes complaining about how rich the food was.
I mean, that makes me sound so white and privileged, but it was very rich.
But you're a very plain eater.
No, I ventured out for Italy, so I did. I just trusted the Italians. I went, just put it in front of me and I'll eat it. So I had I'd say this, Italians is just a diet of cheese, meat, dough, breads, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
And the odd bit of lettuce here and there.
That's my diet minus the lettuce, cheese, meat, dough. It's actually my body composition.
That is, yeah. It's just amazing, yeah. And for like a starter course, they'll just hand you a big slap of buffalo mozzarella, where it's like this big, thick fucking whack of cheese, and it's lovely. You just eat it. That's nice.
Yeah.
Just raw.
So you went for a week?
Bareback mozzarella, yeah. I went there for a week, and the Amalfi Coast. J-Lo was there. Jennifer Lopez was on
With
her
you?
boat. Not with me. I tried to get her attention.
Did you see her?
I seen her boat. Didn't see her. But her boat, basically where my the villa was, overlooked all of Amalfi Coast water, and literally her boat is just smack dab in the middle of it, and you're just looking at it like there's Jennifer Lopez's boat.
So who did you go on holiday with?
I went with David Mead. It was his team trip that he does every year. I facilitate a lot of his events, and so I was invited on said team trip to add a bit of spice, bit of sugar. Yeah. Just to add some HR problems to his work. That's basically why.
And did you all rent the one villa?
We went we changed villa midway because we couldn't get one villa for the entire week. So the first villa was great. And both villas were great, but the first one was better. And the first one had like more rooms, more floors. First one had its own pool. Second one still had loads of room stuff, but didn't have its own pool. And then it also had a dog that could just get it. Not like a dog in the.
I was going to say.
There wasn't. Yeah, you didn't like collect the keys off the dog or anything like that. It was like a dog that had just got in every now and then. It was a stray dog, but it was owned by the lady up above. It was very weird. And it would just let itself into your villa whenever it felt like it. Wasn't a fan of that.
Like had a key or something.
Not a private pool to a rabid dog.
To a rabid dog.
So tell me, how did you? Because this is one question I want to ask you. How did you get on being on holiday with other people?
I mean, I'm good at. I'm capable of it, but I also in my head. I'm constantly anxious and freaking out, going, when do I get my time? When is it my time to leave everybody?
That is such a comedian's way of living.
Yeah. And also, I'm an only child. I don't have brothers or sisters. I work on my own. I'm very used to my own company. So when you go from that to the extreme of being with 6 people at all times, it starts to feel like the Big Brother house. It starts to freak you out a wee bit.
Yeah. What about you, Jordan? Are you a good holidayer with other people, or obviously you're married now? Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
How long are you married now?
Coming up 5 months. So
Wow. And can I very quickly,
one.
how long? So you're married 5 months now. Can I just ask you, what difference is there between being married and being like just boyfriend and girlfriend?
Absolutely none, except we really rinsed the whole honeymoon period thing. We say we're still in it, and we've put on a ferocious amount of weight. Both of us, I'm going to say like 2 stone since the wedding.
Really?
Day. I swear to God.
Because you're just eating and drinking?
Just non-stop. And we've spent all our money. So
you've no money?
No money, and none of my clothes fit me. But hey, got the ring.
You can always sell the ring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For lipo.
And new clothes.
And new fat.
Would you recommend marriage?
Oh, sure.
To Aaron.
Yeah.
What a sentence.
To Aaron.
Would you recommend
So far.
marriage
Would you
like
recommend
it's a
marriage,
service?
So far, I'd highly rate it. Yeah, it's really
Is
nice.
it good? what is it about marriage now, especially because you see people who are married like 20, 30 years and the bitterness in the eyes and all that kind of stuff. But 5 months in, it's still sort of like, oh my God, I can't wait till he comes home, or you come home. I'm going to see my husband tonight. I'm going home, and are you still as intense? Oh my God, this is so cool that we're married, or is it a bit like, oh, I thought, oh, it's fine. Or like, what's the fucking benefit? Like?
I don't know what I expected to feel different.
Benefit? He has to get something out of it.
No, but really, people keep saying to me, like, how's married life? And I'm like, it's literally the exact same, you know?
We're just less money.
There's the novelty factor of saying, like, oh, my husband. You feel like you're kind of joking whenever you say that. And, like, being called Mrs. Arnold is quite nice. Bar that, nothing has changed. We had a great party.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
At the party.
So
also known as a wedding.
Also known as a wedding.
Yeah.
Jordan, so nothing really has changed. You said it. Can I ask you...
My weight.
Can I ask you about basically how do I phrase this in the correct possible way?
Oh, he's trying not to get cancelled here.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to say this right.
It's all good. You'll get there. You'll not offend us.
Do you think we'll cut a little bit of this, the timing wise?
No, keep it all in. Keep it all in. This is thrilling stuff.
Not the fucking time.
Sean, you don't touch this.
I have this fucking question there of something you said, right? When did you know you wanted to marry this man?
You were straight. When did you know?
When did you know that? When does a person look at another person and go, yeah?
For you, it was quick.
It was really quick.
Right, so how long were you together?
When we got engaged, 7 months.
His face! Sean, just clip his face reacting.
Just 7 months together?
Yeah.
And then you got engaged?
I actually fell out with Ben because we went on holiday 4 months in. And I thought he was going to propose on the holiday.
4 months in?
And she was rich and he didn't propose 4 months.
I was like, I thought we were here to get engaged. He was like, oh, relax. We will get engaged. Just wait a couple months. Yeah.
Whoa, Jordan. So 7 months you're engaged. Fair play to you.
Mm-hmm.
How long are you together now?
Just over
8
2
months.
years.
And you're married.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
There's hope for you yet.
No, there's hope for fucking you as
What
well.
do you mean, me? I'm fucking great.
To be married by the end of the year.
So I'm very fascinated. I love this, by the way. Love this for you.
For me.
Love this.
We're here for 3 hours now. He is in this.
You meet this guy. Where did you meet him? Can I ask you?
Of course you can. Bumble.
Perfect. Swipe right. Woman's in control.
Yeah.
Love a bit of that. Right?
The woman's in control.
You go on a few dates. You go, oh, this guy's nice. Obviously. You're dating 2-3 months in. At what point... So you're living one place, he's living in another place. At what point does the two merge?
Let me correct your timeline. Okay, so we met. 3 days later, we said, I love you.
Oh.
And 5 weeks later, we moved in together in a brand new apartment. It's not like I moved in with him. We leased an apartment together after 5 weeks, which is nuts. If you told me you were doing that, I'd be like, oh boy, okay, I'll be here to pick up the pieces.
Do you know what? If that works for you, I'm absolutely delighted for
I
you.
only married him because I had to double down. I was like, shit, what have I done?
No, it's flipping.
So 5 weeks in, you're living together. Brilliant. Okay,
yeah.
So at what point from day one to day engaged, to the day you get engaged, are you looking at this lovely man? Because I've met him, and he's a nice man. I didn't spend much time with him.
And when you say it like that, it sounds like you're hiding something.
Can I just say that if I spent probably more than 5 weeks with him, I'd probably be living with him.
Yeah.
But
well, he's a good cook. Great cook.
He's a chef, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's
cook
amazing.
your way to someone's heart.
From day one to day of engagement, how do you know that he is the right man for you?
It's so naff. It's just that old when you know thing.
Is it like a light bulb?
Yeah.
Just one day you look at him and go, yeah, I can do this for the rest of my life.
Aaron knows, like, I had some absolute freaking disasters with dating. I was on his sofa crying more times than enough.
Hey, she did.
Can we just say to the listeners, Aaron and Jordan have been friends for how many years?
12
years. So these people...
I keep record every day. I have a calendar.
So they know each other very, very well.
Yeah.
And so this is very interesting for me because I want to find out a little bit about Aaron before I met him and also how stuff like. So you had some horrible men in the past.
Awful. And then I met Ben and I tried to be tentative. I was like, right, he seems nice, but don't get sucked in.
Tried to be tentative?
2 days later.
4 months into the holiday. Why are we not married right now? You fucking piece of shit.
I tried to be tentative. I didn't succeed.
You didn't try hard at all.
I was really tired at the time.
But you know what, Jordan? Like, I look at that now and I think to myself, I think it's really cool that you've done that. Did you get any blowback?
Yeah, the honeymoon
from people. No, but you know. Did you get any blowback from people?
Sean loves that so much. Class.
Clip it.
Clip it, Sean.
Like, did people ever say to you, "Ooh, 7 months"?
My family
Everybody?
friends-
Yeah. Did people? Everybody, probably.
Some people online did. None of my family and friends did. They probably said it
Family and
behind my
friends
back.
were different. Yeah.
Probably behind my back, they're like, "Oh, hope she's okay."
Yeah.
But like some people online are like, "Oh, they got engaged really quick. She must be pregnant." And then other people are like, "No, she can't be pregnant. She's an alcoholic." And I was like, "Ooh, which is which?"
She's pregnant. She's both.
Both are true.
Maybe a bold move if both were true.
Do you know what?
Neither are true.
No.
That's
That's
true.
true.
Just because I would frequently post a photo holding a
gives a
cocktail or a
fuck?
glass of wine.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
If those people are commenting on that sort of stuff online, it says more about them than it does about you. You're just enjoying yourself and you're getting on with your life.
Always having a ball. But
So
yeah,
who cares?
basically we knew really, really quickly. I said in my wedding speech, I kept waiting for the rug to be pulled whenever I started dating him because he's like such a really amazing person and a chef on top of that. And it just never got pulled. He's just really great.
There you go.
He puts up with me
Yeah.
so much. Like,
Yeah, and there's a lot, Andrew.
There's a lot.
Okay.
There's a
like,
lot
he
to put up with
really
here.
tolerates.
So 7 months in, 5 weeks in, you're living in a place.
Sure.
7 months in, you're engaged.
Yeah.
Brilliant. You get married, 6 months later?
No, just we got engaged at the end of January, got married in March, so 14 months.
14 months. Okay, so 14 months. And now you're 5 months into the marriage.
Yeah.
And do you still have that sort of like, I feel really lucky? Do you still have that excitement? Or is there any bit of you that goes, fucking hell, 2 years ago, my life was completely different. What the fuck is going on? Is it overwhelming?
Not really. No, like it's really, really cheesy, but we are that really annoying couple who in the privacy of our own home are just constantly like, "I love you so much, you're so great." Like,
That's
we're really obsessed with
lovely.
each
That's
other.
really nice.
He's going to
Yeah.
cry.
That's so lovely. What
Yeah.
fair play to you.
Yeah.
I'm
so-
delighted for you.
Very lucky. Very
Very,
lucky.
and Aaron,
I bought a PlayStation 2 years ago. I've never been happier. Let me tell you. It's been a good life for me.
where did you meet?
We did a musical 12 years ago for a little amateur theatre group, and as part of the university. And we did Fame together. And Jordan was the lead role, and I played a problematic role you would consider these days because I played the role of a Mexican. Now, if the BBC ever get a hold of that, I'm in deep trouble. But look, at the time, it was great. Okay,
Jose.
I played
Vegas.
Joe Vegas was my character's name. I wore fake tan for it again, is what it is. Fake tan's fine. Can't cancel fake tan. Guards wear fake tan. I was just,
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah, look, it was for the stage lights. It wasn't for the
Yeah,
character.
yeah. What year was that? That was what?
2011.
All right. Well, listen, things were different back then.
His character's main solo song is called "I Can't Keep It Down," and it's all about how he gets a stiffy in many inappropriate situations, like at his aunt's funeral.
And I can't keep it down. And to be fair,
There's lots of hip thrusting.
That was a perfect role for him.
I was going
They
to
wrote
say,
it for him.
I think I've
actually.
been method in it for 34 years. So yeah, that's how we met.
And you did you just instantly hit it off within a group of people?
No.
Well, we were in a group of people.
Or did anything happen?
We were friendly, but we weren't like flipping, as
No.
good friends as we are now.
I find Aaron really annoying. I've told you
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I'm hard to take when you first meet me.
He
but-
had this web series at the time called The Dizzle Diaries.
Yeah, which was like based on a rap character I used to do. And he was basically just an idiot, you know what I mean? But he was also a Belfast rapper.
And you asked all the hot dancer girls to feature in it, and I
did.
never got invited to feature in it. And I
did.
was like, "Fuck you, The Dizzle Diaries."
Were you a
shit
dancer
anyway.
in? You were the lead.
No, I was
the
the-
lead.
But
Right?
I was closer to the hot dancer friends at the time because I was on the dance team at Queen's because I was a cool guy. And also I was just trying to meet hot dance women,
Musical theatre
all thought I was
is a
gay.
very.
It's very gay.
But it's a very open place for experimentation between people, isn't it?
Is it?
If you're a straight
Swingers
guy in
parties?
musical theatre, it's really easy to pull, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I did musical theatre.
For that reason.
I did
Tell
The Wizard
Jordan.
of Oz.
Yeah.
I was the general of the Winkies.
What's a winky?
And then he did the
Winky-
show.
I was the head of the
Yeah.
Wicked Witches Army, Private Army, the
Nice.
general of the Winkies, and I had 3 lines, and everyone was doing it in a Kansas accent, and I did it in a Cork accent. So they're like, "Oh my God, the Wicked Witch is dead!" And I come out, I'm like, "There, she's dead. There,
Oh no.
the witch is dead, lads."
Added up so that
And they started laughing in the theatre, and I
can't
went,
imagine why.
and they went, "I'm doing comedy." And that was the first time I ever got a laugh.
That was the moment.
That was the moment, yeah. And I was hooked on that laugh. And there was a drug. And it still is a drug. Like, it's addictive. Like you were telling me when you were away in the Amalfi Coast, you messaged me over the weekend and you said, "I cannot wait to get back to do comedy again." People don't realise like last night I did a show
Pavilion?
last night, Pavilion last night, I did new material. I literally had a piece of paper and I did 14 minutes and I just went, right, here we go, you're getting it and I need to say it and
Didn't sound consensual.
you know what I mean? You know,
Here we go. You're
Take
getting
it.
it.
you're getting it. And while the gig was above average, some stuff I was like buzzing with, other stuff I was like, okay, you know, I have to go through a horrible process for 6 months, 5 months even, just to get a really good set together. The buzz of even failing was still good as to success. So I imagine when you guys went into musical theatre, when you're doing it every night, you're on such a high afterwards.
buzz,
And what happens is, and you're around like-minded people, so therefore you're connecting, and you're like, my best friend to this day is a guy called Shane Casey, right? And I met Shane Casey in The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, no way.
There you go.
It's a really good way to make friends.
Because we were
It
like-minded,
is.
and we were like, everyone was going down one road in life, you know, which is totally fine. And I did that for many years.
Yeah.
And then I met this guy. He wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a comedian. We couldn't figure it out. So we bonded on this, or like we're both kind of lost here a little bit. And we're both doing this because it feels that we have to do something, even though it's not the thing that you want to do, but it's putting you, at least you're going 1 foot forward, but you may have to keep going sideways for a while, but at least you're moving.
Yeah.
And
It's a really weird thing.
do you know,
though,
but
as
you know what I
well.
mean?
It's
Like,
Yeah.
But people in musical theatre and acting, they will become friends for life.
yeah.
Oh, it's you form very strong friendships and bonds because you're in a little confined space all the time for like weeks on end, and then you
And
do
you're
the
all
show
like
together.
make believe, and you're all standing around talking in accents that aren't your own, and
Yeah,
like
it's
bursting
funny.
into song and kissing each other,
Yeah.
and like it's on stage and off stage.
Did you ever have? When you met? Did you both have partners?
No.
No.
So you're both single.
Yes.
And we all kind of going out and flirting, but not with each other, but like with other people.
Ah, was it
Oh,
like a
yeah.
swingers party, Andrew? We were all
Yeah.
just fucking
Really?
Yeah.
So did you ever snog each other?
Once, didn't we?
We did once, yeah.
Yeah.
I did not want to answer that because I want Jordan to answer I will
No,
say-
hang on. Can we say what followed the snog?
Oh, absolutely. I would like you to.
I vomited in my Ugg boot, and Aaron carried it home for me. That's how we became friends.
By the way, what kind of snog am I? Fucking,
Give me my boot.
yeah, give me my fucking 400-pound boot. That's how much you would rather do on snog.
How old were you?
12? No, we were 20. Yeah.
You're way older than me, so you were
Am I?
20. Yeah.
What age were you? You were 20. What age are you now?
32.
Yes, I was 22.
So you're 34.
I'm 34 now. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I also did after kissing her, just go and kiss her friend too. It was been a great
Listen,
time.
when I was 22, Jesus, I mean, I had my
jeez.
fingers in all the pies.
Sure, that's it. That's
Do you
why
know
it's
what I
not
mean?
like
Like, I
back on
wouldn't
the
really
court.
worry about that kind of stuff.
Oh no, like
Long
hasn't
time.
put a building block in the road of our friendship.
So how did
Yeah.
you develop friendship after then? Because I remember when I moved to Belfast and or when I was about to start in Q, you were saying to me, "Oh, I'm friends with Jordan inside," because I kind of looked up the presenters, but I knew you, but I didn't know you, like, you know. How did you stay in contact then?
So then we did another show together 2 years later. We did Grease, and that summer, I lived exclusively on a diet of chicken wings. Every rehearsal, I brought like a box of barbecue chicken wings,
Yeah.
just ate them, and Aaron started teasing me about eating so many chicken wings.
It was just like, it was amazing to me. You were literally just,
And then we just started having like a bit of friendly banter together,
yeah.
made some videos together.
Yeah, I think the ice was broken after that, the first show, and then the second show was a little bit more loose, open, fun, and we knew each other a bit more.
And
we
then
just-
it was Back to the Future Day. Do you know in Back to the Future 2, when they go forward to 2016, 2017?
Yeah.
And I thought, right, I have to go see the trilogy back to back in the cinema. Who would go with me? Who's that big of a loser? And then I called on Aaron, and we had our first cinema date, and then we became besties.
There we go.
Did you snog?
No.
No, very much
Did
not.
it, was the awkwardness of the other snog just dealt with like...
No, we
No.
never give a fuck.
It was an
like.
after party.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
just,
yeah.
Like,
Kids
literally
At a
everyone was kissing
musical
each other.
after party.
It's weirder not to kiss
It's
somebody.
like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
It's an alternative universe. It's a different reality.
God.
Anything could happen.
Anything can go anywhere.
Anything I might. Look, I'm not going to say what I might do at an after party, but it could be. It could
Things
be crazy.
happen, like.
Things happen. Things
Nothing
happen.
good happens
A
after
musical
12
theatre
o'clock.
after party is
No,
so
that's a
weird
good-
because like
that's a good
everyone's
point.
kissing each other. Someone's definitely got a guitar and they're playing One Day More from Les Mis.
Someone's
Someone's
sick.
crying.
Yeah.
Everyone's crying. Everyone sings Les Mis.
yeah.
It's a room full of trauma.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then you get like people disappearing, like where'd them two go? And then you're like, and then they come back, and then they're all, and then you're like, where'd the other two go?
Yeah.
And then you're always like, something's going on here. Like there's an evilness in this house.
And everyone wants their moment of validation. They're like, play this song. This is my song. And they get up
This is about when I
belt it
was
out.
young and I felt I was at my happiest and I
Yeah.
wasn't as judged.
Yeah.
I did fucking drama.
And you want everyone to listen to you. Then someone asks us to sing, and you're like,
Yeah.
And then people fell asleep. This day 10 years ago, we were rehearsing for Greece, me and Jordan. That's
I was eating chicken wings.
She was eating chicken wings this time.
And like your careers in those last 10 years have really taken a bit of a completely different path. So obviously,
really taken a hit.
so like you, really taken a hit. So
I thought you were going to say nose day for
So-
coughing there. I was like, where's he going with this?
if I'm right with you, Aaron, you stopped everything, didn't you, for a while and went to work?
Yeah, after 2013, I just sort of was like, I'm burnt out here. I want to just
Get a job, normal job.
Yeah. So I became self-employed, did video work for years.
Okay.
On then.
And then you kind of came back.
Then I came back, and sure, we've been thriving since.
Yeah.
then.
What about you, Jordan? What happened in that 10 years? What did you do and where did you go? Because now obviously you're presenting on cue from...
Remember you were a model at one point,
1 to 4 you're
We
doing?
model.
and I filmed her
Oh
modeling.
God, I've had a lot of really strange times in my life.
So have I, though. We have both had the most random, weird things happen to us.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
So yeah, apart from modeling, which was a huge career for me.
So how long did you model for? When did it start?
One season of Belfast Fashion Week.
One show, baby.
One.
No, I did bikini modeling for a couple of years. I did
I forgot about this.
like bikini contests and went to compete in Mexico and stuff, and was like shredded like a wee bodybuilder and
Miss
all.
Bikini NI, isn't that
Where
what
are you?
2017, yeah.
2017? Oh, why would you tell? That's his laptop getting taken
Every
by the
single
police.
person, what is it, Miss?
Is it Miss? If you were to type Miss Bikini NI, would
No,
you
it's
come
going
up?
incognito because my
Who
miss
knows?
is fine.
What do you mean come incognito? You're on a podcast talking about it. I think you can refer her to this and just be like, listen, it was research.
2017.
Jordan, we're not embarrassing you looking at this, are we?
I don't care.
Okay, she doesn't care.
I'm
We're all good
32
then.
and past embarrassment.
I'm married and I fuck it.
Yeah.
Can't see it.
Look, I'll send you photos later. I have an archive.
Can't see
Show them
it.
your background. You're fine.
Yeah.
So you did modelling, and what's that industry like doing the modelling, the bikini and stuff?
No,
Because obviously
it
you
was-
hear toxic stuff about women and fighting.
Yeah, it
and,
was never like a
not
paying
easy.
gig for me. It was just like a.
you get paid for it?
facet. No, well, I got paid for the odd modeling job, but the competitions and stuff was just for the experience.
And was it fun?
Yeah, well,
So when you were doing all that kind of stuff, were you single?
yeah, oh, very much so. Yeah, like you can go out for dinner, you can go out for a drink, you can like eat vary off your plan.
So where do you think that all came from? The want to do that kind of stuff.
Toxic perfectionism.
Welcome to our world.
Yeah, I have a
We're
real-
comedians. We're more fucked up than anyone.
Yeah, I think I have definitely it's probably a performer thing. You can probably get into that. You need validation internally, or something like that. With everything, school, my body for a period, not now, my career, anything. I always have to do it like the best, and I take it really hard if I feel it's something really, really hard.
Perfect. Are you a single child?
No, but I have a perfect big brother.
Oh, is your brother perfect?
Yeah, he's like the smartest person
So is there
ever.
like competition there?
No, not like never put upon us by our parents at all. But I always felt the need to live up to him, I suppose.
You
For me to lie on the couch.
Don't cry. See what you've done, Andrew?
Take it out.
I just wanted to make
Just
jokes about my dick, and
Yeah,
you
no.
fucking have made it into this now.
Do we need to go this deep?
No, I'm just curious. Like, we just get to know it. Like, if you take it out, don't worry.
Oh no, I don't care. I don't care.
All right. No, because you seem
I
like.
just don't want to be like a big downer.
Oh no! But you seem
We're
like
a real
really
chat.
content. You seem really content now.
I am now.
Yeah, I just want to try to say. So, like,
100%. Yeah.
go to the bikini model. When you left that, were you a bit like, oh, that was a toxic environment for me? I don't want to go to something that I like.
I didn't realize it was toxic till I was out of it, and then I started gaining weight. And when I say gaining weight, I was still like way lighter than I am now.
Yeah.
But once I like put on the weight and wasn't in the competition shape anymore, I was like, oh my god, I'm so fat, and it
Yeah,
made me
yeah,
realize how tiny I had been.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's a really, really competitive thing. And then I went over to like this worldwide competition over in Mexico, and it's all very seedy. Like
Is it?
you'll do better in the competition if you sleep with this old.
Are you
holy
joking
man.
me?
No, honestly.
And I'm just there at the end of the bed.
And I walk in and go, all right, my go.
My go on me.
I want to go on Aaron.
Yeah.
So it's just, but I can imagine there's a bit of a, how would you say, vulnerable women who want success, whatever, like being steered into
Totally.
a direction that they, and some of them are probably being pushed into pornography as well, aren't they?
Well, I don't know about porn. OnlyFans, certainly.
Yeah.
They must all have OnlyFans
A lot of them
these
do.
days. Like,
And listen, some of the girls who have stuck at it are so rich.
Oh, yeah.
And so successful and still look absolutely incredible. I look and am a totally different person than I was when I did
Well, good
that.
for you.
But I made some really, really good friends. I got to travel a bit and I escaped unscathed.
You got some free massages. Remember, you used to tell me that you got massage tokens. You were
know-
like, "Arn, I'm getting another massage." I'm like, "Fuck's sake, this is in Mexico."
That's why I got it.
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
worth the 2 years of dieting. Free massage
Worth
in
all that
Mexico.
trauma.
And like, because like you kind of when you both met, you finished and you were like, "Fuck this! I need a break. I want to."
Jordan.
No,
I'm like, fuck this. I need a break.
no, but you wanted to get a normal job. You're burnt out, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
then went off and did the modeling.
Well, no, sorry, that was...
You were makeup. You did makeup.
Yeah, I
too.
did. I was a makeup artist for 6 years, and then I got booked to do the makeup for Q Radio's billboards, where I met the late great Stephen Clements, who was really, really nice to me, and we chatted while we were doing while I was doing his makeup, and he said, "Oh, you should be on the radio. You've got a really good personality." And I was like, "Oh yeah, go on." You know, thinking he probably said this to everybody. And then I think it was about 6 months down the line, he messaged me and said, "Between friends now would be a really good time to get a demo into Q Radio," and he helped me, and
Never looked back.
that was it. Yeah,
And
first
did you-
show was the breakfast show.
You started on the breakfast show. City Beat, was it, or Q?
Still Q, yeah,
It was still Q.
4 years ago.
Wow. And yes, you obviously you've moved now to the afternoon. You're doing 1 to 4.
Yes.
And how have you found it? Have you gone, "This is what I feel comfortable in"?
Yeah, so I was really gutted leaving breakfast. Remember, I rang you screaming,
Oh,
hysterics.
and I remember just being like, I would love to leave breakfast and go to 1 to 4 because you get a wee nap and all.
And I thought everyone was just saying that to me to be nice. I was like, it's
So
such
who
a
were you doing? Were you doing
downgrade.
breakfast with Stephen?
No.
No, so I did it with Ryan A initially, then Gareth Stewart briefly, and then Steve Turnbull. And then they just brought Decky in, went a different direction, and I thought I'd done something wrong and I was being punished. But it's just, you know, the nature of radio. Like, it's just
I
taking it in a
imagine
different direction.
either in 8 months or 18 months, like I'd be moved around.
Oh, you'd be on the midnight shift.
I'd be gone.
I
You'd
don't
be
think
on
you
the. They'll put you on the
I'd be
1 a.m.
gone,
to
like-
3 a.m. slot.
We had a radio check there the other day, and I was like, "Okay, I want to talk to you about this link," and I just looked at him and went, "Oh, what is he going to play?" And he clicked play and I went, "Just so you know, we're up numbers, so proof's in the numbers."
Yeah.
But it was fine though. But I'm still learning. I'm only 3.5 months in.
Well, I was gutted, but now that I'm on afternoons, it's great. And I actually don't think it would have worked out for me and Ben if I was still on breakfast, because he was a chef whenever we met and he worked like till midnight every night, and then I had to get up at 4:30 in the morning. So I don't know when we actually would have seen each other. We'd had to wait like 7 weeks to move in together. You know, it just would have delayed things too much.
I imagine you're going to be pregnant tomorrow, is it?
No.
Jesus, since we have got married,
Is
the
that all
number
that
of
people ask you?
If I post on Instagram, God, I'm tired, people are like, pregnant. I'm
but-
hungry, pregnant. No.
Yeah, but that's what happens after marriage now. Is the babies next? Is that where
No.
that's the pressure comes from?
No.
Is it, you know? So don't worry about it. You seem really happy though.
Oh, we are, and I don't want kids, so
Yeah, you figured it out.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
You don't want kids.
no.
Oh, don't tell him.
Oh, fair enough.
You do you?
I'm.
Where it's
We'll see what
complicated.
happens. See what happens.
Okay.
He's getting to that age now. His boys aren't swimming strong. They've a wee bit of a laboured, stroke on.
Like, let me put it this way. I'm down the pharmacy a bit.
Me that could mean anything. That could mean
I
so
don't know what
many
you mean,
things.
but okay.
I have no idea what that means.
Down the pharmacy.
Yeah, I'm down in the pharmacy.
What are you
You
doing down the
know,
pharmacy?
just-
Get a few tests. Though.
Sudafed.
Get a few tests. Though.
Yeah. But
That's crazy because I remember somebody I knew that was with somebody 6 weeks, and they got engaged after 6 weeks,
it's you outdone.
and they got married, and they were married for 30 years.
Yeah.
They've divorced since.
I was going to say, did they divorce
They've
in
been
30
divorced
years?
after
Oh, what's
30
the
years, they
point
divorced,
after
yeah.
30 years?
That's what I was going to say.
stay
Just
together.
stick it out. Like, if you've been 30 years.
6 weeks they were engaged. They got married, I think, within that same year. Everyone was warning them. They had 2 kids, married for about 30 years, and then pandemic was apparently the stressful time for them.
To be fair, I think that would have been a really challenging time to be in a relationship. Were you
I-
with someone during lockdown?
Yeah, broke up.
Yeah.
In pandemic. With 2 people actually. But the second person was only a couple of weeks. But it was still like, what are you doing here? What
Yeah.
are you looking at me for?
It's a lot.
It's very intense, like.
Yeah.
But I think there was parts of the pandemic, and I think Aaron, you will agree with me on this, is that fucking loved it as a loner.
Oh, see if they could just say to us now, we're going to do a wee 4-week pandemic here in December.
I would actively campaign for it.
I'd be delighted.
I would be like, I just want 4 weeks in me pants.
Wouldn't you be thrilled? No, you still have to come in and do the radio though.
No. We pre-recorded it. We just we just repeat Maze shows.
Do it over Zoom. Maze shows.
Just repeat Maze shows. Just change the news.
Yeah.
Just keep the topics generic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What's your favourite biscuit?
Keep it evergreen.
Works every time of
Yeah.
year.
Do you know what I mean? That's exactly what we do. Aaron, you messaged me about saying that you felt fat on holiday because of all the food.
I feel fat now.
But you're not though. So you're like me as well, because like when I used to like put my hand on my throat and stuff like that.
What? Yeah.
To get sick, but I used to
Did
do
you?
that quite a bit. Oh yeah, like loads
You
of
used
times.
to fucking...
I used to hide all that from my family. I don't mind talking about it.
I never did that. Like,
Oh yeah, but I would like have dinner. I would have sometimes.
and then
I would-
purge it out?
Oh, like I would be at home starving, and I'd get a Chinese takeaway delivered, and I'd have the Chinese, and I mean, like I would eat. To the point now where I'm on the sofa going, wow, and then I'd be like, oh, don't want this in my stomach anymore, and I'd go upstairs and I'd.
Oh, God, no, the feeling of...
But I did that for years when I was young, and no one in my family ever knew, and then I became obsessed with weight. I'm obsessed with weight, but I'm as the older I'm getting a little bit more relaxed mentally about it. Now I'm going to the gym, like say after this, right? But I have to go at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah.
I have to go 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah.
So I'll be obsessed with weight to the point where I'm standing in front of Julie and I'm like, babe, I'm overweight. And she's looking at me, she's like, you're fucking mental.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm overweight. I can feel it.
Yeah.
And she's like, you don't realise that you're probably, how would you say, for your age,
And
you're in the top 10%.
right.
For 41.
looking good.
Do you see my point?
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, but I just feel old. I don't feel old, but I just feel like I'm overweight and stuff. And she was looking at me, she was like, I can't imagine what you're going to be like even if you were overweight. Like, it'd be chaos every day. So
Yeah.
do you get like that with the weight issue?
Not too much.
Because you said it to me, it was obviously on your mind.
It's just because when you're out there, you've very little options not to eat a big pile of dough, meat, cheese, and sauce at all times.
But how are the Italians so... Like when you were out there, did you notice the Italians were a bit big?
Some of them are, yeah. Mostly, to be fair, the fellas are quite chunky. Like, I'll tell you this. I've never seen a smaller location filled with more beautiful women in my life. Genuinely, the women in Italy.
Oh, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
It is. I'm like, I need to move here. Like,
Did you get talking to any ladies?
absolutely did not. I tried to.
What happened? What was your moves?
No, I would just go, bella, bellissima. Now, that probably didn't help because I was using their accent and I was doing this with my hands. And I don't think they appreciate that.
I got the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Said something in a Belfast accent because that's exotic to them. They don't want
Yeah.
to bella bellissima.
Yeah.
That's like the locals.
How are you getting on your gig?
Yeah. A vasectomy, like that. Like, just try to see.
Blanks.
Yeah.
Blanks.
And no work, like that. I was fucking this mic. But yeah. Basically, it was. I just couldn't get away from all the food. There's just, and then I'm not a big eater anyway. So if I eat like a big meal, I feel like just tired and sluggish and stuff like that. But now that I'm home, it's fine. Give me like a week on hunger strike here, be all good. You know what I mean?
Did you go on any of the apps when you were out there? Did you download Hinge or?
No, not really. Because
Did you go out there with intention of a bit of a lad? Was there all lads on the trip?
no, there was ladies involved.
Right.
too.
So were you all you just kept yourselves to yourself?
They're all
or-
married and stuff.
Yeah, but
like
did
I was the
you
only
did you
one.
and did you be like, oh, I might go over there and chat? Like, how did the conversations
No.
go with the ladies?
No, it basically just
He
me.
told you, believe.
I literally see what I told you is exactly what happened.
is it? I thought-
No, that
That
was
was the extent.
genuinely that
Did
was
they
real.
just fuck you off? Like,
They just were like, and I was like, and that was basically
Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because look, I just was like, my mind, I was going, it's very warm. I'm very sweaty. I'm a very doughy, big mess here. I kind of don't feel my most attractive. Probably shouldn't pull out the A-star moves. I should just go in straight away. No, for just like Bella Bellissima Prego. I just kept saying things in
What
the time,
are
hoping.
the A-star moves?
Oh,
If you wanted to be on
fucking!
those.
Let me tell you. Oh, is this a video podcast? Right. Well, no, I'm not. Let's just get the leg on the
takes-
table.
no.
takes
Yeah.
his pants off.
No. Yeah. But either way, I'm glad to be home.
Is that place ruined with Instagram?
Wee bit. Yeah, it's very Instagram influence. It's beautiful. Like Amalfi Coast. Have you ever been? It feels like somewhere you have been.
No, I'd love
It feels
to
like somewhere that would suit you, Jordan.
Yeah.
I would love
You
to
would
go.
like it.
You're
Now-
like, you know what I mean? You're kind of like, where what you do is you'd have like a glass of champagne in front of you on the phone, and then the glass of champagne comes up to the phone, and then the next scene
that's so
is just
good.
you on a balcony, just like this going. And then at the top, then memories.
Sounds very like something I would do.
That
You know,
is.
making memories.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it's just a picture of you and your hubby like that, and then it's and then you're just like sitting in the restaurant, and it's like, you know, oh, that's kind of like making memories. What you call it? April drop.
But then you have to like sprinkle in some like deliberately relatable content. You're like, oh god, then after this I tripped. I'm so goofy.
Yeah.
Why is my husband such a prick?
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Why are
that's
you
so
a prick?
Oh no, not
We
Ben.
need to get her. Have you argued since you've been married?
No.
Like, don't get me wrong.
We're not really arguers.
I know, but Bob says, you know, when you go, so like Julie'd say to me stuff about like she follows me around the house sometimes because I don't put things back in the right place, which is fine.
Oh.
Right? And I know that
No, it's not fine.
pisses people off, right? But she'll say to me like, "Oh, can we do this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we'll do that." And then 5 minutes later, she was like, "Oh, we're not doing this." I was like, "Oh yeah, oh, yeah." Just, but and little sort of niggles.
Yeah.
Do you niggle?
We niggle.
What's the give me
I
your last
niggle
niggle?
at
Give me your
him.
last niggle. Give me your last niggle.
I swear this man can't hear. I'm like, I say something.
Is he
to
deaf?
Him, not clinically. It's like selective hearing.
Yeah, it's true, but that is a thing.
But
that
maybe
men
he
have.
has like a wax buildup. No.
Yeah.
My
don't
dad
know.
has it.
Jordan.
I don't think
leave
he
him alone.
does.
Jordan,
Why do you not think he does?
Because he always steals my cotton buds out of my bathroom. Like he loves cleaning.
But is that
his
not
ears.
worse for you? Because you're
You're not supposed to stick
Maybe
a
he's
cotton bud in
doing
your
more
ear, you
harm
know.
than
No, they
damage.
say cotton
Why do
buds
they
do
make
more
it
harm.
that shape though?
You're
It's so enticing. Where else are you meant to stick it?
Yeah, what else are cotton buds for? Are they for like cuts or something, like bleeding when you're
nose.
shaving?
How often are you bleeding that you need a packet of
Well, I
cotton buds?
shave,
like-
shaving what we shave our
Could be
necks.
attacked by your wife after
Yeah,
7
exactly. You
months.
don't know
Oh,
the
that's
struggle we have to go through as men.
But-
the
You know you're not supposed to stick anything into your ear that's smaller than your elbow.
Well,
So the
fuck,
cotton
well.
buds are not supposed to go.
looks
in
like I'm
there.
not going to the Kremlin on Saturday.
lower your expectations.
What was your last niggle? So he's not listening.
Yeah, not listening.
So give me an example of an time when he wasn't listening. To you.
So,
Oh, there's so many.
I went to do something the other night, and I came
Sorry,
back.
I wasn't listening. Sorry, go ahead.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was on a place.
Too easy.
Go on, Jordan. My apologies.
So he'd stretched out on the sofa.
So he's on a sofa.
Yeah.
Stretched out.
I had left the room. He
So he's
stretched out,
fucking.
filled the
Is
whole
he no?
sofa.
Is he dressing gown, t-shirt and jeans, naked?
Totally naked. No.
What is he?
Pajamas.
He's in PJs.
Yeah.
He's in just a pajama top. He's Winnie the Pooh.
He's lying on a sofa.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
going out.
Yeah. No, I left the room and I came back and he's taken up the whole sofa and I came back and I was like, "Will you move your legs, please?" And he's just like, "On his phone." I'm like, "Can you move your legs?" And I'd like, "Move your fucking legs." And he's
Right.
like, "Oh, baby, I heard you." And I'm like, "Well, then what's with the delayed reaction?"
Yeah, just move,
really
do it now.
minor. Like it's really not.
But
He's
that's
not a
every
bad
relationship,
lad,
though.
but he just won't move his.
Yeah,
damn
but, like-
legs.
Yeah, those legs are pesky.
Yeah.
He's got legs for days, this guy.
Like Julie. Yeah, you know what? Like that is so normal.
I know.
That is basic as fuck. If you didn't have that in a relationship, is it a relationship?
Sounds terrible to me, guys. No, I'm out.
But you know,
He's
like,
taking up Aaron's sofa.
that is so normal.
Oh, I know. But that's just that's the sort of little
that's
thing.
part of being. So me and Julie bought a packet of biscuits, right? Big long packet of biscuits.
What
right?
kind of biscuits?
Oh, they're
Rich
I can't
tea?
remember. There was something like that. Say they were digestives, right?
Okay.
She buys a packet of biscuits, right?
Okay.
And Julie likes a tea and a biscuit.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not too fussed about tea and biscuits, right? But if they're there, sure, we'll have a go, right?
Yeah.
They're in the cupboard. Mm-hmm. She eats 2 or 3 biscuits. Mm-hmm. She goes off to work the following day. I come home, say lunchtime. I open the cupboards. I see the biscuits. Mm-hmm. And I ate the biscuits.
All of them.
The rest of the package.
But the rest of the packet?
I ate the whole packet.
What, like 20, multiple
It's
biscuits?
a couple of sittings.
So you had all her biscuits.
I ate all the biscuits, yeah. So she comes in at about 6 o'clock. We have dinner.
Looking for a biscuit.
No, because we had dinner, she didn't want it. But I remember having another biscuit after dinner without telling
Had you
her.
hidden one?
I only had a couple left. So it took me a couple of sittings.
Are you the cookie monster?
So that night at around 9 o'clock, Julie likes to have a cup of tea and biscuit before she goes to bed, right? Because she has a studio where she might be doing a bit of work in the evening, blah, blah, blah. She comes down. She's like, "Do you want a cup of tea?" He's like, "No, I don't want any tea." And then all I hear is the cupboards opening and closing. The cupboards are opening and closing.
Right.
And she says, "Babe, where are those biscuits?" And I straight away didn't think. And I just jumped up and I went, "I don't know, they must be there somewhere." So I started to look
Pretending
for the
to look
biscuits
for biscuit.
What that you knew weren't existing?
that I had eaten. So I'm going, there must be behind the pasta there. Like, even though I knew I'd eaten all the biscuits, right? But I'm starting to help. It's like, you know when like Ian Huntley went looking for the kids that he killed.
Fucking hell. You're the Ian Huntley of biscuits.
Do you know what I mean? He went looking for him, but knowing that he'd
Sure.
killed him.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I know I'd eaten the biscuits.
Yeah.
So I'm going through, and then about
Being
a few
hungry.
seconds later, do you know,
Thank you.
this is how smart Julie is. She went straight over to the bin, and she found it. She went, I knew it. She just looked at me. She looked at me. She took out the biscuit thing. She just turned around to me. She went, I knew it.
And then
I could
what
tell
did you...
from your energy of looking for the biscuits that you were hiding something.
Yeah, you weren't
because-
even looking properly. You were
So
like,
I
oh,
just started laughing.
Right.
I just started laughing, and you could see her laughing. Like she just looked at me. She went, "The balls, the audacity to pretend to look for the biscuits when you knew." And I just went, "Oh, I just felt guilty," and I panicked. And then she was pissing herself laughing about it. And we both laughed about it. I was like, "I don't know where it came from." So we went and we got another packet of biscuits. But my point is that like that's what being in a relationship
Your
is about,
rookie
stuff
mistake
like that,
though
like.
was getting up to pretend to look. Because if I said to Ben, "Oh, I can't find my biscuits," he'd be like, "Okay." Like I'm sure they're there somewhere. Like if he genuinely didn't know where they were,
But that's-
he'd be like, "Just think where you."
That's
left them."
why people who have done something wrong, they overcompensate.
Overcompensate,
And they
yeah.
always go back to the scene
Like
of
if
the
you've
crime.
done something wrong,
They
you
all-
over-explain it.
They over-explain it. They
The
always
Ian
go
Huntley
back.
method.
They always go back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
And that's why people are getting caught. If you ever
That's
watch...
why.
That's why people know you're getting caught eating biscuits. Not everyone else is doing this.
I know,
Andrew.
but she still brings it up. Like a week later,
she should.
we were down in
Trust
our
issues
friend's
and
house. She turned around, "You're not going to believe what Andrew did with the biscuits." And I was sitting there going, "I ate on the biscuits." But that's what relationships...
eating her biscuits. That is.
does too.
Which sounds like something bad.
Jordan, we always ask some guests when they come onto the show, obviously, you're born and bred here, aren't you, in Northern Ireland?
Yeah, Lisburn.
What is your relationship with the South? Growing up, did you ever go down much? Do you still go down much? What do you think of it? Do you like it? Have you been to Cork? What's your overall sort of feeling, energy towards the Republic?
Oh gosh,
Just for it.
very for it.
Okay, we've
I've
established
only
that.
been a few times to a
Really?
few places. Yeah, I've been to Dublin a handful of times.
What do you think of Dublin?
I like it. I've only been to
Would
like
you
the
and
real
your
touristy
husband not
places.
go down for a weekend?
Ben
or-
loves Dublin. He had a stag do there. He goes down all the time for work. He's there at least once a week. And he knows like all the best restaurants and like loads of the chefs and stuff. He absolutely loves it. And I've been to Galway for a night.
Have you ever been to
I'm really no expert on
But
the south.
Lisburn is really close to, well, it says, 45 minutes from the border, 40 minutes from the border. Like, but this is what fascinates me about being up here is the amount of people that don't go down an hour down the road, but would be on, but would have been to every single other European city going because of the access to the two airports up here. But yet, an hour down the road, you've a completely, not a different place, but it's a different country.
Too dear down there, mate.
No, but have you
They're
ever been to Cork?
fucking
You never been to
rip-off.
Cork?
Never been to Cork.
Too far.
It is very far.
Fucking hell.
5.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's, you get on a plane and go to Italy for
What
that.
am I fucking on about?
You could.
5.5 hours. 4 hours, 10 minutes.
Absolutely not.
I heard it was 6.
Fuck off.
It's 8 hours solid to get to Cork. I remember.
8 hours solid on the old road.
The
yeah,
only way to
on the
get there
fucking
is a
old
private
road.
jet.
The only no, but you're talking like if you've got cleared conditions on a great day.
I'm
No
talking
red
Sunday
lights.
morning, 6 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. If you go at any other time,
You go 2 o'clock on a Friday.
oh, you're getting
See you
there,
there at 8
Sunday.
o'clock,
See you there
like. Forget
Sunday.
about
Yeah.
it.
You gotta, I go after radio at 10 a.m. Finish radio at 10 a.m. I'd be down in Cork by 2:30.
Too many tolls. Too many tolls.
€12 down. 12 euro.
12 euro
Oh,
down.
come on.
12 euro down.
No,
to Cork.
2, 4, 5,
time and money
7,
you'd be in
9.
the Maldives.
9
Ex-
down. I know.
Exactly.
2 and 2. It's 2, 4,
Yep,
6,
that's good.
and 3.
That's good.
9 down and 9 back. So it's 18 euro.
Disgraceful. It's a day.
Before you even had a
I
pint.
begrudge paying the South the money. Fuck 'em.
Yeah, but
Keep it here.
when you were growing up, what was your interpretation of the South? Like as a young kid and stuff.
Didn't really have an interpretation.
Did your family bring you up showing you like, oh, there's 2 countries? How did you like? What was your? Did you think this might as well have been Belgium? For there was that nowhere in it had no influence.
I
on
mean,
your life,
listen, growing up in Northern Ireland, I thought Ballymena was far away. Like, I think anything outside of a 40-minute drive.
It is.
when you're
Ballymena
born
is
and
far away.
raised
It's like
in Northern Ireland.
1890. Like it's really.
It's
far
in the
away.
20s still.
It's like really far away.
Yeah.
But do you not think that? Like, if I go to London for the weekend, I'll travel an hour and a half on the tube to see a friend for a coffee and think nothing of it. But in Northern Ireland, if someone says to me, "Oh, your job this Saturday's in Bangor," I'll be like, "Oh, like everything just seems."
But
really
why is
far."
that though?
Because it's so small. So, like, I grew up being able to walk to school, walk into town, get like an 8-minute train into Belfast. Everything's so handy and accessible because it's such a tiny place. So, if you have to travel outside of your typical half-hour radius, you better have a good reason for it. I better be
But
getting paid.
I think,
Yep.
yeah. But I think when you're in London, you either sink or swim there. You have to do it.
Yeah.
You know, like if you were living in East London in fucking Woodford and your friend is living over in Notting Hill and it's an hour and 10 minutes to see each other and you want to meet for a coffee, you go.
It's probably a mental thing as well.
London.
You're like still in the same city.
Yeah.
Like if Lisburn was an hour wide, would I think it was so far?
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, so I didn't grow up with any particular perception, or I guess I thought of it. Oh, I was about to say.
But is there something bad there?
It's okay.
I sort of thought of it as like England, Scotland, and Wales, just like nearby countries that you could go to for a weekend, but very much not in the UK. Just so we're all clear on that.
I thought it was all the one island, and still do. I know, but I did think it was all. I didn't even know Northern Ireland was a thing till it was about 20.
You didn't realise you were separate?
No, I thought it was all the same. And then you slowly start to get the wee text on your phone to tell you're in the south, and you're like, I've been in the south for my life. What are you talking about? And then
our old holiday house was near the border and used to get charged like
extra
Irish rates back when the phone signals were a bit messy.
I don't see separation of people, Andrew. I just see people, okay? I just see love for one another, and, you know, I cross all the divides. That's the way I see it.
And that's why you can play Mexican.
And that's why I can play a Mexican. It's not a cultural appropriation. Yeah. I did kayaking last week and fell in. That was good.
Did you?
Yeah. Had to save myself.
Did you have
I had a bit of trauma there that I wanted to get out, and I needed you two to be here to listen to it.
Did you have a life jacket on?
I did, yeah. I was in the sea. I was in the fucking the choppy old sea.
What sea is it down there?
It's a big one.
Is it the Mediterranean?
Could be. J-Lo was on it, shaking, twerking her hole. That didn't help the waves.
Was your man Ben Affleck there as well?
Could have been, probably.
Fuck.
Better not have been.
Do you know it was their both though?
100%. I watched her Instagram story. It was hers.
Okay, I did this star tour thing in Beverly Hills, and this guy on a bus is like, "That's David Beckham's house," and I'm like, "Is it?
Yeah.
Like, you could be showing me anybody's house. Why did I pay $40 for this?"
Yeah, that's awful as shit. Like
that is, yeah.
Yeah.
But
sure, there was a guy in Cork who used to do fake tours in Kinsale. Did you ever tell that one?
Oh, really?
Funny.
He used to do fake tours in Kinsale. Do you want to come on the ghost tour? But it was two lads just taking the piss, right? So what they do is 10 fucking tourists to turn up. They all pay €10 each. So they buy around 100 quid to go, right, it's half an hour. But what he'd done is he's got his mates planted. So the one guy hiding in the wheelie bin. And as we're walking the street, the guy just jumped out of the wheel, whoa, and it just goes back to the wheel. But it was a deliberately bad. It was like, it became a really famous tour for being deliberately bad.
Okay.
Right.
And like, we're going in here now, and the ghost is in here, and then the phone would ring, and all you hear, yeah, I'm in now. All right, we're coming in now. Oh, he's in there. You know what I mean?
I'd love to do that.
And you're like, be scared. Fun. Come on, be scared. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. Like the opposite. But when you fell in, did you have a life jacket?
I had a life jacket, yeah.
But falling in off.
One of my Crocs came off. I had to go swim for it. I swam for it. I got it
but
back.
Falling off a kayak is fine, don't it?
I mean, it's not great. It's not. I wouldn't say it's. You know, it's not fun because you want to be in the kayak. You don't want to be.
So you fell. You went over.
The kayak tipped.
Were you on your own?
No, I was with another guy called Gary. God bless Gary. He had to put up with me for the rest of the thing then because I cursed the whole way through the kayaking trip then after that.
Can I ask you a question?
But I saved Gary's life. I know Gary won't admit that, but Gary, if
really?
you're listening, I saved your life and I want you to thank me.
I want money.
Yeah, I want money.
Is that why you've brought this up? Just to
shame
Gary?
Yeah, I want shame Gary. I also went and seen Pompeii. Did you ever hear of Pompeii? Yeah. It's the wee town that a volcano erupted on and it's all erupted on.
Was that good?
Yeah. Here's what I've learned about myself. See, at the end of some sort of trip, if there's not a water slide or someone in a Mickey Mouse mascot costume, I kind of tune off very quickly. Like, I got a whole cultural tour of Pompeii, and the guy was leading to guy was like, "This is the history of Pompeii," and I'm like, "Where's Mickey Mouse, mate? Where's fucking Michelangelo Mouse?" You know what I mean? But then the tour guide kept doing this thing where he would incorporate me into the historical stories to try and make me feel a part of it. So he was like,
There's a little boy called Arnold.
Yeah, but he was all like, you know, there used to be an emperor here. Say Arnold was the emperor, and I'm like, fucking right, I'm the emperor's class.
Hey.
But then he would start to get a wee bit more like down, but like, and then there would be like the peasants. Say like Arnold was the peasants, and I'm like, let's bring me back.
Hey, I was the emperor one minute.
Yeah. And then he started getting real specific. He's like, and then there used to be the prostitutes. Let's say Arnold was, and I'm like, let's not make me the prostitutes. Like, you know what I mean? Let's fucking keep me as the emperor.
It's quite a day you have.
It's like there was a guy who had family problems at home. I was like, does this guy know my life? Like, is this guy has mortgage issues? I'm like, why is this guy just attacking me here? So yeah, that was an experience. Anything else I did that was fun? I did a cooking class with an old Italian woman and her two daughters. That was class.
How old are the daughters?
And I Dare you, Andrew Ryan?
Because the way your eyes
eyes
lit up when you said daughters, you see.
About 21.
21.
No,
Chat to
no.
them.
They weren't. They were actually like 16, 17
Oh,
or
right,
whatever.
okay.
And they were all lovely, lovely people. They were like this family who just run this cooking class, and it was the most wholesome thing I've ever done in my life. And I cooked. I made pasta dough. We ate the food after. I made what's the wee things?
Gnocchi?
No, not gnocchi. The other one.
Garlic bread.
No,
Ravioli?
Ravioli. I made ravioli. Garlic bread. The most uncultured guy from Cork ever. Did you make lasagna, mate?
Did you get spaghetti bolognese?
So we did that, and it was great. That was a really fun one to do. I'm trying to think if there's any other activities.
Any anxiety in the trip? Any tension?
No, just my own. But that was it. Like,
Yeah.
just me sitting in a room going, I'd love to just have a wee duvet day.
I haven't seen you since we went to Disneyland. Ben had anxiety in Disneyland.
Why?
Ben's never been to Disneyland.
Have you ever been?
Yeah.
I've
To
been
the Paris
21.
one?
Hate it.
Paris one?
Hated it.
These people are fucking... Ben, you need a divorce, Ben. I'm sorry. I've said
Did
it
he
for
not
years.
like it?
Oh no, he liked it, but I've been 21 times. I knew what to expect.
Right.
You knew what to expect. Well, I hope so.
Yeah. If you go in the 22nd time and go, fucking hell,
Fuck it,
what
Mickey Mouse,
happened here?
That wasn't here.
What? There's a castle?
What? I have to kill. I have to kill.
Who the fuck's Mickey
Maybe
Mouse?
21 times. to
Between
Disneyland.
Paris, Florida, and California, not all Paris.
Why 21 times?
Because it's the fucking best day of your life.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fucking great. I love it.
I need to. Do you know what? I need to get a bit of a childhood.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the Patreon money. Me and you're going to go to Florida.
Fuck all in
and
that.
we're going. We're going to go, guys. If anyone's listening, donate more. We're going to start a Kickstarter fund to get me and you to Disney World
In a documentary.
in a documentary for BBC NI.
Yeah.
I think this was my idea.
Yeah, you're involved too. Yeah, you're on the production.
I'm the tour guide.
Yeah,
Stand in a
yeah.
bikini, you'll be alright.
yeah.
Perfect.
As you do.
But yeah, it's like sensory overload. So there's
Yes.
like a lot of colour, a
Lot
lot
of
of
people.
noise, a lot of people. And this one day it was really hot. And we'd been up since like 7 a.m. to be first in the queue to get in. And Ben was like, right, I'm really hot. I just need a seat. And I was like, wait, we can find you a seat.
Can I ask a question? Is Ben older than you or younger than you?
5 years older.
Okay.
And we found a seat. And he wanted a beer. And I couldn't find the guy a beer anywhere. And I found
What time
a
did he want
shop,
to be at?
like 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, I thought you were about 7 in the
It was-
morning.
yeah.
In
7
Disney, that's fine.
Disney,
though.
yeah.
Anything's fine.
In Disney, you can have ice cream at like no time in the morning.
Totally.
It's again a Twilight Zone land where all the rules are out the window.
And I found a shop on the app that sold beer, but I couldn't find the entrance for the shop, only the exit. And they kept being like, go around that way. And I was like, there's no fucking door. So finally got him a beer. By the time I got it to him, the parade started going past. And he's like, it's very loud. It's a lot. And I was like, it's a Disney parade.
It's a
and
lot.
then a bird shit on his shoulder. And I
That would have been the
thought-
holiday over for me.
I was like,
would be
well,
like,
it's
nope.
been so
Were you
nice being
engaged?
married to
You were married at
Married,
this
yeah.
point? Oh.
Married 2 months. And I
But it was a
thought,
Disney bird, so the shit was just like fucking. It was just.
Candy
It was just icing from a cake. It's just the egg you get like.
That is.
it was
Did his mood go?
raging.
Yeah, but I would be raging as well. So
But I was sitting trying to stifle a laugh. It was like a comedy sketch. Like, what else could go wrong in this
Yeah.
moment? I was just waiting for someone to like come over with like pie and slap it
and
on
a
his
TV
face.
camera will come around and be like, "Hey
Yeah.
Ben, this was all a joke.
yeah.
Jordan has been acting for 8 months. This is her real husband." And then you just walk around dressed as Mickey Mouse, going, "Hey man."
I go beat it, loser. kick bricks, nerd.
But you seem like very content. I mean, I don't know. I've only obviously our paths cross at work and stuff like that. But like, it seems like you seem from where you've talked about where you've gone. You seem very content at the moment.
Yes, my only problem with contentment is
It's going to stop.
That is a problem.
because of the perfectionism. I fear being content because I fear it will make me lazy and not push
Okay.
on in life a little bit.
Is your husband Ben? Is he a perfectionist?
Big time.
Because he's a
Yeah,
chef, so
yeah.
he's into detail, I imagine.
Big time.
He's into detail, presentation, all
Yes.
that kind of stuff. Everything has to run to time.
Yeah.
So, can I ask you a question? If you were to go on holiday, and how do you book it? Who takes the lead? Who does the admin, the flights, the hotels, the
He's
transport?
actually
Would it be
handled.
you?
No, I usually would have been among my friendship groups, but he handles like, okay, this is where we're going to go, this is the hotel, and this is the flight that we're getting. But then I'll organise like how are we getting from the airport to the hotel, and
he's
like
kind
what
of-
are we packing. So we take it in turns.
Oh, that's
like he
very good.
definitely couldn't tell you at this moment where our passports are
good.
or our marriage license.
Oh, good.
I was going to say, or our marriage.
Or-
You
yeah.
don't know where our marriage
Or the
is. It's up,
marriage
it's down,
itself.
it's left,
Yeah.
it's right.
But he's pretty good at picking a hotel and a
But
flight.
it sounds like you got a very good match there, you know?
Yeah, it's a good egg.
He's a good, and you've obviously met her husband.
I have, yeah. Really good guy, yeah. And fun, lovable character, I would say.
Fun
Just
love.
like Mickey Mouse.
Just like he's very Mickey Mouse-esque. Yeah, I would say
right,
he's the Mickey Mouse of the chef world. But yeah, we'd get you. You'd hate Disney World. Oh my god,
fucking-
the noise and the sounds. He's very sensitive to noise.
Very
the
sensitive and
queues.
nice. I emailed Belfast City Council recently over a noise issue.
What was the noise issue
Dog.
in your estate?
Wait, you're hosting a dog day next
Yeah, but
Saturday?
that's not.
Are you hosting a dog day next Saturday? Yeah, do you know what the difference in that is? He's getting a fucking invoice. That's when he's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he can be sensitive to noise when it suits
Noise
him.
defenders.
No. This is when I'm in bed. The noise. When I'm in the dog day, I'm in the environment of dogs. When I'm at home, I'm not in the environment of dogs. There's a difference there.
Maybe get a dog. That's how you fix it.
It's like transient noise, right? I live near an airport. I hear the planes going. I love it. Why? Because it's transient. That means it's going, and it's gone.
Yeah.
It's not a permanent noise that's going to stay there.
Getcha.
The dog is fucking permanent.
That's not.
A wee
He's going to
boy.
die in 10 years.
A wee
I'm not
boy
waiting
in
10
our-
years to have a good night fucking sleep,
Why
Aaron, am I?
not?
A wee boy in our street got a lambeg drum for his birthday.
Oh my god. Who gets one of those for your birthday?
Who gets a lambeg drum
like,
for the
"No."
What do you want for your birthday, son? A lambeg drum?
And when we have the balcony door open, all I hear is "Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum," and it's non-stop. I was trying to film
To
an
be fair,
Instagram
that sounds
video
like a good
last
one.
night, and I was like, stop with the fucking
If he was to do like the Muppets theme tune or something, I'd be happy.
Well, I'm not the only one that's complained about the dog, just so you know.
All right.
I was told by another neighbour.
Who let the dog out?
No, there was apparently the council has been involved.
He's in the stairs. You're such a shit. Sorry, the Baja Council.
Fucker, like. Talk about
Can you
walking.
name all 3 Baja men?
You?
No.
Anyway, listen, Cork in the North.
He's so easy to get.
Oh, I am like.
He's so.
You know what the mad thing what it is? I don't get jokes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For as a comedian, I don't get them.
Yeah.
Because in my head, like I'm always trying to think of something.
Yeah.
And I lose concentration completely of what's in front of me. Something I'm working on.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen of Cork in the North, thank you so much to everyone that's joined us this week. A big thank you to Jordan and Aaron. Also, as well, can you please sign up to the Patreon, you fucks?
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Aggressive.
£3 extra a month for 3 extra
down, man.
episodes,
You
plus
down,
discounts
Jordan.
on the merchandise and tickets to the live shows. I'm delighted to be announcing that Cork in the North podcast is going to be moving into Cork in the North first ever chat show. American style, James Corden, Jimmy Kimmel. We're going to be filming it. Details to come later in the year. We're going to have a live band. We're going to have
Lambeg.
We're going to have somebody to do warm
It's just that kid with the lamb
Just
egg.
kid with a lamb bed. It's going to be amazing.
Warm up, yeah.
Plenty of details, but people who are patrons will get first dibs. Okay, so listen, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please tell your friends. Aaron, thanks for coming on. What have you got coming up?
If you're listening to this on Saturday, I'm in Bangor with Dave Elliott. There is minimal tickets left, so if you're in the Bangor area, come into that. On Friday, I'm in 5 Mile Town. That's a really rare random one. There might not be 5 Mile Town listeners, but come to that one. Sunday, I'm in Newton Ards. It's all available on my Instagram story. See is all there. Give me a wee hello, sure. What'd you say? Dunkern with our good friend Sean. Dunkern Arts Centre. We're going back there on the 27th. Belfast people, North Belfast people.
Oh yeah, I wasn't booked.
Me, Dave Elliott. They only book good people. Me, Dave Elliott, and Kieran Franco and David Doherty Jeb.
What a great lineup. And,
What a lineup.
And Jordan, where can people see you? Where can people find you? What have you got coming up?
They can hear me on Q Radio Monday to Friday, 1 to 4 p.m, Saturday 2 to 6 p.m. Follow me on Instagram, Jordan Q Radio. Have a great time.
So smooth.
Thanks to everyone. Thanks,
So
guys.
smooth.
Great guest today. Thanks so much.